الصوت الحين الصوت اوكي.
Hello everyone and welcome to the fifth round of the World Amateur Chess Championship 2023 in a beautiful capital of the city Oman, and today you will be woman grandmaster Maria Gevorkyan and international master Fuad
الطاهر.
Altair. How are you?
Fine. How are you? Nice to be
good,
with
I'm
you.
good, thanks. Yes, same for me. You were here in the commentary room for the previous days. What are
Yes.
your emotions about the tournament?
I still tournaments getting better day after day. Quality of chess improving. As you know,
Yes.
when the round is going up, the level also is going up with in the same time.
Also, the tension is growing more and more daily, right?
Of course. Chess from first round to last round, there is tension.
Exactly. Maybe the first round they are starting with the less nerves playing role, but in the last rounds we can feel in every tournament that the nerves are taking a big
Yes,
role.
but you know, it's 50% of the player no tension, and the other 50 is under tension.
But we have quite interesting games today, right? Shall we start from the age category of 2020-300? Because let's remind that we have 4 categories all in all, and it's open tournament under 2,300, open tournament under 2,000, and open tournament under 1,700, and of course women under 1,700 rated players. I think all in all we have almost 400 players in the tournament, right? And shall we start with the strongest tournament, 2,300?
Okay, let's start with the mixed tournament 2,300. It's
Yes.
open for men and women.
Yes, everybody can participate in it. And
Yes.
well, we have sole leader in that tournament, and it's Abdel Khair Abil Mansour.
This is under 17 one. I think first one
Yes,
is
first
2000.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. And wow, okay, what happened in this game?
It's a very sharp game, starting very sharp.
Sicilian,
Sicilian.
Paulsen line,
Yes.
okay.
Bishop b4.
Okay,
It's sharp.
this
yes.
explains everything already,
Yeah.
yeah.
e5, 94, queen g4.
Queen
wrestling.
d3, white played queen d3. This is one of the moves.
Yeah.
And queen c7. I guess the move here is bishop captures the knight, no?
Yeah, but
Forces the pawn to capture it,
pawn capture
and then short castle, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm mistaken.
short capture as
e5 will come, right?
I think must play d6 or queen c7 to stop even knight c6.
After
can
queen
be.
c7, what happens if bishop a3, trying to stop the short castle?
I think maybe d6. I think
D6 now,
better
yes.
than queen c7. d6
Exactly.
immediately. d6. Now if bishop a3, castle e5, I will
E5.
capture. I will capture, and this position is very good to give exchange.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, I can take back queen and very enough compensation. You have double c pawn and my e5, knight c6 coming. I think
Yes.
very
And black
good
shall
compensation.
capture with the queen or with the king, what you
I
think?
think queen.
Queen.
Yeah,
And
and now
Well, the bishop looked very, very dangerous, so I guess giving up this exchange.
Yes, this is very good compensation for exchange.
Yes, but black played here queen c7, decided not to give up this bishop,
No, bishop d2, I think.
and white forced black to capture the knight.
Yeah,
Black
but
captured?
now also he lost bishop a3 maneuver.
Yes.
يعني a3 it's not giving him anything. I think bishop d2 was okay.
Here you think bishop d2.
Bishop d2 is quite move.
Yeah.
And then normal develop like bishop e2 and castle.
White controls the center, black.
Yes.
How black is going to fight for the
Yeah, so
center?
knight c6 I think capture,
Mhm.
knight c6 and castle. Bishop e2 and castle. But now A3,
A3. Of course, black captured,
of course, he must
and
capture.
white captured with the queen.
Uh-huh.
And
This
gave
is
up the pawn.
maybe there's some preparation, but
And the things started getting even sharper. Knight e4,
yeah.
and white
Very
played here
logical.
knight b5.
Uh-huh.
So it is a preparation because judging by the time, we can see that white is playing quite fast. Also, black is not playing very slow. So knight b5 and everything became sharper and sharper.
Yeah, I most probably it's a preparation, home preparation, but what about taking b5?
That's what black did.
Yeah, this I think the only move.
Yes.
Taking e5,
And
b5,
here white captures g7 pawn.
rook f8 also.
Rook
that's the
f8.
only move.
And bishop h6.
I think now queen c5.
He chose queen d6.
I think
Maybe queen c5.
is more.
It's
more
better,
accuracy.
right? f2 is hanging right
Yeah.
now.
I think it's more logic.
What happens if let's go further? If we already have a sharp line, right? Before queen f2,
Queen f2.
king d1. Black doesn't have another check with the queen, so has to
No,
play
but
knight c3
I mean,
and king c1. What is happening in this position?
but why not queen c3?
Queen c3.
Yeah.
Just queen c3, right?
Why not
Well,
queen c3?
So maybe this is what he was scared of after
No,
queen c5
but,
before.
But what I think after b4,
Mm-hmm.
okay, queen f2,
Mm-hmm.
and then d6 or d6
Here,
yeah. Is it good, this one, or
let's check it out. I mean,
queen,
white is
queen
going
f8,
to capture,
king
right?
d7?
Queen f7.
No, you cannot.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Pardon.
what you have to do.
Maybe I can
Now
play
knight-
bishop d3.
Now knight c3 is coming, queen d4 is coming,
Queen d4 is coming, so I
Ah.
have to play queen g7 back.
and now I think knight c6. I believe this position is good for.
What happens
for
after
black.
bishop d3?
Bishop d3. I don't think d5 is the best move.
I also want to play rook f1 here.
Yeah, maybe knight c6 is not the correct move in this position. Here,
Maybe e5.
maybe
So
e5,
this
yes,
red,
absolutely. E5 is idea queen d4, yeah. This will change the matter now.
Yeah, still the king is in the center, but
Yeah.
also the black's king is in the center. But
Yeah, but I feel black king is more safer than white king.
also the material. It's only one exchange, but how many pawns also black has?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's white's king is in a
Even
big danger
queen,
now.
Queen b2. Queen b2 is on
Queen
the
b2, queen
b2, I
d4.
think. I
Looks
be-
scary.
I
looks
believe,
scary,
I believe
but
queen c5, but
What happens after queen g4?
queen g4, king c7.
I want to capture e4. So
Okay,
maybe
f5,
f5.
sorry, f5.
Check.
King come to c6,
Okay.
and capture king come to b6.
King just goes to b6. This is incredible.
Yeah.
But this looks scary. I don't know. I wouldn't risk to go for this position, to be honest myself.
Okay, but if you choose this variation,
Yeah.
bishop b4 and knight f6, you have to accept these positions. يعني instead you play queen c7 and
Yeah.
d6 and knight f6, the quiet variation, you choose bishop b4 and knight f6. Very sharp variation.
So it goes with all the consequences of a choice, right?
Of course, it's what you choose, you can get.
Yes, exactly. So black probably was a little bit scared to play queen c5, but it looked more better than queen d6.
I believe
because
he played queen d6 to stop long castle.
also long castle. Yeah.
He stopped long castle.
So you think here after queen c5, white could just go with the long castle, right?
Yes,
And-
maybe there's the idea, but here also, I don't know. D5 is okay, or taking c4. I think taking c4 is idea.
Takes on
C3 is
c4,
okay.
right?
Yeah. Next move c3.
Looks very dangerous.
Yeah. Then to allow it, I think your move before the only strong move in this
Leading to
position.
more complicated position.
Yeah,
but
but-
black chose queen d6.
Yeah, but maybe queen c5 also. Before I can play queen e7. I don't
Just
maybe,
simple, right?
Yeah, if I don't want to enter in this situation.
Simple move, queen e7 and
Yeah. Also now I want rook a3, queen before queen
yes.
a3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a very
Yeah,
spotted tactics.
Yeah, rook a3, queen before, and queen a3.
Attacking a3 rook.
I think black will manage to save his game in this position. He has one piece, and
Not only save, I feel like black is already fighting for a win, no?
yes, I think to save his king, the issue.
White after queen d6, they captured c takes on b5.
Yes.
It followed by b6.
I don't believe this b6.
So
It's very slow.
honestly, me too.
I think queen e7 was the idea, d5, knight d7.
Queen e7, maybe even with the idea of f5.
Also d5, knight d7.
Yes.
If you don't take that exchange, I will not give it to you.
You have to fight for the
Yeah.
to develop your pieces, and
Yeah,
b6
but
is not really
b6
helping it.
I think the problem is not the bishop, the knight.
Yeah.
We should develop the knight from d7, not the bishop from b7.
Well, my one of my coaches used to say, if you get a chance to develop your knight first, develop your knight first, right?
Yes, this always when we start in the book, even
Yeah.
for our student, knight before bishop is more healthy because of b pawn and g pawn.
Exactly. So, well, we dislike move b6, we can say it, but black is trying, but white has to find a
I
move
think
now, and
it's
white
sl-
played rook c1.
I think it's slower.
Oh, maybe he was scared of this move, actually. Queen e7 and rook c1.
Uh-huh.
Maybe this is what he was scared of.
Then
That makes sense.
We missed this one.
We missed this move, and yes.
Then the position is not.
Knight c6 is the only move.
No, after knight c6 you will capture easily.
Yes, yes.
Then b6 the only move.
b6.
I believe that's why I believe queen c5 was more accurate.
Exactly.
if
Let's
co-
go back and show
yeah,
again.
yeah.
Here, queen c5.
If now he captures, I will play d5. Excuse me,
Yes.
can you move?
Capture
Yeah.
b5.
Now d5, rook c1, queen f2,
Queen f2.
and knight d2, and knight d7, and then knight d7. I don't
Black
have
very
any,
well
I don't
holding
have
the
any problem.
position.
There's a difference between queen c5 or queen d6.
Yes,
Queen d6, you stuck the d7 pawn.
yes.
You cannot move it. I think it's queen c5 was more more logical move than.
Queen c5
queen-
absolutely looks more logical, but maybe
Yeah.
there is. Let us check how much time he spent actually on this move. He spent less than 2 minutes.
No, impossible in this sharp position.
Yeah, he
You
spent.
have many opportunity. You have to choose the most accurate move, especially in sharp like this.
He spent less than 2 minutes, and he played queen d6.
No, I think he need.
And guess what? White didn't spend any time in this
I
position.
believe it's home preparation, but يعني queen g7, rook f8,
Yes.
bishop 6 is white home preparation.
Knight
But
b5
what about black?
starting, yes. Black,
I don't think he's surprised.
Black didn't know this line, but he spent only 2 minutes on
this
this situation, where he has this choice: queen c5 or queen d6,
Yes,
which is not an easy choice.
yes, you're absolutely right.
And after queen d6 captures b5, b6, and rook c1. But now black has only one move, which is bishop b7.
And then he cannot move his queen because queen e7, rook c7.
Queen e7, rook c7.
It will be
yes.
very hard.
Maybe rook a7 is the move after queen e7, rook c7.
Okay, and then bishop e7 and castle. I don't believe.
What do you think, coach? Who's going to win this game? Because I feel like it's obviously not going to end up in a draw.
Sure.
both sides want to win the game. White wants to win, black wants to win, and
But white made some new innovation, knight b5. Allow knight knight e4 and knight b5. It looks very nice, very interesting game, really.
very sharp, very
That's why
calm.
he started e3 to enter this situation.
Yes.
Bishop c3, queen c3, knight e4, expected move, knight b5.
Yeah, where they White prepared very well, and let's also mention the difference of the rating between the white player and the black player.
Yeah,
It's almost 200 points and
yeah,
300 points.
300 points. Yeah.
And it's a lot.
I think.
But what do you think? I mean, White was supposed to go for this sharp line, or he didn't have to, because I feel like when you have this kind of a big advantage than your opponent in the rating, there is a chance you will blunder something somewhere in your calculations.
Yeah, but I believe he worked hard for this preparation. Well, yeah, the position in board is not so easy for black to play. White sacrificed.
Also for white, no? I mean, one wrong move, one passive move, and you might end up with
I believe the white idea is very easy. Bishop e2, castle, rook d1,
Rook d1.
rook c7.
just keeping the king in the center.
Yeah, black issue. It's more difficult. For example, now I play bishop to e2,
Mm-hmm.
bishop e2. I think
Let's
queen
see, there's
e7
some
is
move on the position. Bishop
Yeah.
b7,
bishop e2 as a
just bishop e2,
very logical.
and how to develop the pieces.
Yeah,
Queen
this is-
e7,
Queen e7, rook c7.
rook c7, and the knight
Yeah.
is never going
Yeah.
out, right? Rook a7 is the only
Castle.
move.
You don't have any more after castle.
Castle. Can I play queen f6?
Queen f8.
Oh,
Your queen is stacked. Your
my
bishop
queen is
stacked.
stuck, exactly. And what about a move like
Bishop h5.
Yes, everything is going wrong, no? But let's check this line. I still want to
Bishop
go for
h5,
it.
Rook b7.
Rook b7 captures.
Queen
and
f8.
two bishops.
Two bishop one. That's.
Two bishops.
I
Yes.
think this is very hard.
It's
That's
hard.
That's why I'm telling you, white, his idea is very clearly, black supposed to play very careful.
Yes, yes. And you think this pawn is not dangerous?
No.
Because f3 is
With
just
two bishop,
f3 is just asking this knight to
with
leave.
two bishop, I can manage this.
Two bishops are power. We know it.
Yes, yes.
Shall we go to another game and to
Of
check
course.
out what is happening there?
Let's see even also another category like
Let's
2000.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Are we in the 2000 here?
This is very strange opening, I believe.
I don't think this is the 2000 category.
I think second one is 2000.
Yeah?
Yes, this one.
Okay.
This what we talked before about how white allow b4 and bishop e4. I don't know how.
Let's check it out.
Yes.
Okay, close Sicilian,
b5.
b5. And both of them are playing quite fast.
Here he's supposed to play d3.
d4.
What is d4?
He played with d4. I feel like there is this line. Yeah, okay. I know this one.
Yes, there is knight
Bishop
d5.
g2 and then, yeah. But b4, knight a4, and black didn't capture the pawn. Is it that
This
poisoned?
is what I want to ask why. Maybe knight c5?
Is the h1, no?
Okay, then what? He's supposed to play f3 or rook g1?
f3 is the move.
Okay, f3.
And I just take the bishop back, no?
Yeah.
Bishop b7, knight c5, just queen somewhere.
Queen
Queen
c7,
c7,
queen c7 and or queen b6.
queen
yeah.
b6. They give, we take. It's a free pawn.
When I looked at this position, I don't know how. It was like this or something wrong in the board. because e4 for free, you have to have compensation.
He trusted his opponent because his opponent is higher rated.
This is the way.
This is the way. This
If
is the
you're
way.
higher, that means all blunder is accepted.
But he played e5, knight f3, and bishop c6. But you know, he's still holding the attack on e4, but e5 pawn is also hanging.
Now he can play c4, I think. Is it?
c4?
Yeah.
Yes.
If
What
queen
happens
A-
after bishop e4 now?
I think it's the same. What is the change after c4? Yani, what happened if he captured in one move later before
Yeah.
c4? It's not the same.
It's the same.
Okay.
It's better for black. Okay, he took knight e5 actually. Wait, what? Oh,
Was the idea queen d5?
yes,
capture.
yes. If bishop a4, white has a very good move, double attack, attacking
But
both
what about
pieces
queen
at the same
e7?
time.
Queen e7?
Queen e7, Queen A8.
And queen bishop f4. Queen e8, queen e5, bishop f4.
bishop f4, and e4 is not hanging.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think black lost many time not to take an
Yes.
d4.
Yes.
Now he cannot
For sure.
take an a4. He's attacking the knight, and knight cannot be captured.
I feel like black overrated the opponent's opportunities after bishop e4. And this is one of the things that is always standing, let's say, between a player and the point, you know? I saw many examples in this tournament where a higher rated player did some blunder, not a blunder, like gave some chances for the opponent and the opponent didn't use it.
Yeah.
Even some of my students, they came and told me, yes, but she knew something that she played it, right?
Yes.
Maybe now
As,
Desandi had the
as
same
we
idea.
are always telling our student, yani, if number one in the world making and made blunders, then expect anyone can make blunders. Don't
Exactly.
say, coach, this one is higher than me, this one is 300 overrating, that's mean all his moves is right.
Exactly.
No. Remember, number one, top 10 in the world are doing many blunders.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, then it means that even Magnus Carlsen, who is the highest rated player in the world, shall never lose, right? Because he's higher rated than everyone.
Yes, everyone. But, you know, chess psychology, it's something very difficult to handle.
Yes. What do you think? Shall we move to the under 1700?
Okay, let's see 1700, the open section.
Okay. This is the first board.
Yeah.
By the way, under 1700 in the tournament, there are 6 players who have 100% result.
Yeah.
4 out of 4.
4, yes.
And okay,
This is the new fashion of
everybody plays this now, right?
this Jubava London system.
Yes.
Yeah, knight c3, it's come to develop too much.
Knight
They
b5.
deploy. Here knight s6.
Bishop b4, c3,
Okay.
and bishop a5.
Also knight s6, it's a normal move.
What we say for the opening, we say don't move your piece twice in the opening.
Yes.
Because this is what happens to the knight. 1, 2, 3.
And you need to relocate again.
Relocate.
Again, yeah.
So it's taking a lot of time. Castle, knight f3, knight bd7, bishop d3, and black is playing
Of course, c5.
c5.
Now he can have some advantage inside by b5, c4, b4.
And that's what he did actually.
yeah,
Short castle and b5.
This is, I think c4 was more accuracy. C4 first and then b5. Now,
Captures,
yeah,
captures. Oof,
he'll play.
okay,
He'll play for b4,
for b4.
but it's very good because knight e4 and then I will take in c3. This is very bad exchange. Take by knight, before
Before?
knight e4.
He played bishop b6.
No, knight e4. Knight e4 was amazing. Capture queen a5.
Queen a5.
Yeah, what you will do?
Also c3 is hanging. Knight is hanging.
Yeah.
So the pieces are hanging right now.
The knight a3, what you said. The maneuver knight c3, knight b5, knight a3.
Yes. So this is punished. This has to be punished at some point.
Of course.
But Black decided not to take one extra pawn, and he played bishop b6 here. Decided to keep the bishop
Two
and
bishops.
not take the pawn. Yeah.
But knight e4 is...
Knight e4 looks
yeah,
fantastic.
knight
of
e4
course.
and queen a5, I think.
Queen a5 attacking both pieces.
Yeah.
And white doesn't have an attack actually. I mean, he took bishop h4, h7, but
The king is very safe.
yes, the king is quite safe. So, but black decided to keep the
Bishops.
bishop.
You know, it's some player test. Do you like to play with two bishop? You want to play against c3 and your knight in e4?
And the next move decided to exchange the bishops. Maybe
it-
just didn't spot the knight e4 and queen a5 attacking both pieces at the same time.
But looks strange. You want to keep
Yes.
the two bishop and then you offer exchange bishop. Why don't develop your bishop? Bishop b7, maybe rook c8,
Exactly,
and then attacking the backward and the isolated pawn in c3.
exactly. But I feel like still black has an advantage. And a nice advantage because c3 pawn is a weakness
c3
now.
is permanent weakness.
It's a forever weakness.
Yeah.
Well, black could get another extra pawn, but he decided to leave it for later. White played here rook e1, giving black didn't do a move yet. But what happens if the bishop captures, pawn captures, and now the moment I will take this pawn.
Now it's the
Now queen c7, queen d2,
queen d2, maybe queen d4 also.
queen d4 more active.
Yeah. Maybe he will play a4 and he will make also b5.
Yes, but what to do now with this bishop? Where to put the bishop?
I think after exchange his bishop and which in c5, now it was easy move to play bishop b7 and rook c8.
Yes,
Now,
bishop b7 with the idea
now I
rook
think
c8.
a4. I will make for you also isolated pawn in b5.
Yes. It's getting harder for black actually.
White can hold this position.
Yeah.
He will exchange c3 to b5.
So knight e4 was a very good move.
Yeah.
Just winning
This-
another pawn and
Keep press in white c3.
yes, yes. Also, yeah. I mean, it's an extra pawn, and now this pawn is making a lot of problems. You were no, okay. This is our analysis. This was not played. So this is our current position that we have right now.
Bishop d6.
Bishop d6,
Bishop
rook e1.
d7.
Yeah, this
And
is
now
what we
rook
have.
e1.
And black is thinking maybe black will not go for exchanging the bishop.
يعني bishop f4 is not yet played.
No, it's
Okay.
not.
I
it
think
has
knight
not been.
f6 and knight e4 again.
96 and 94.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Develops a knight which in h7 doing nothing.
Centralizing the knight,
Yeah.
still attacking the pawn on c3.
Yeah.
Looks very logical.
This is a normal place for knight, not in
Yes.
h7.
Absolutely, yeah. Shall we check one of our talented students, Humeydan, on the
Yes.
third board against Alexander Martinov? And, well, they have 4 out of 4. And let's check it out. d4, knight f6, knight f3, g6, bishop f4, London system, h3, and d5.
Yeah.
e3. Both
Castle.
of them are playing very fast, by the way, so it has to be a both side preparation.
Yeah. c5.
c5, castle,
Knight c6.
knight c6, and a4.
a4. This is the first abnormal move.
And white spent some time.
Here to capture or play c4 or c3, the solid choice.
Yes, yes.
But e4 is very interesting idea.
E4. And by the way, the player with the white pieces, he's working in FIDE, and so he's playing in the amateur championship. It's very nice always to see people from FIDE participating in the tournaments
Sure.
because it's making events more interesting, right?
Yes, absolutely.
It's very nice to see officials playing in the actually World Championship. I mean, so A4 was played,
Yeah,
and
what about Queen B6? Yeah.
Queen B6.
Is played also Queen B6?
It was played, yes.
Yeah, Rook A3.
Rook
That's
A3.
why. Yeah.
Interesting idea.
It's a very strange idea. But
Okay, Queen B2 looks poisoned, right? Because C5 is hanging also, and black played Knight E4 here.
Knight E4, what about Rook B3? Will play Queen A5?
Knight E4, that's
Yeah.
what happened. Rook B A3 and black played Queen D8.
I think Queen A5.
Queen A5 is more active, no?
Yeah,
Maybe he was scared of Rook B5.
Rook B5 Queen. Capture.
Captures on C5 probably first.
Now capture
Yes.
with Queen. Okay, now
If
E6.
you capture with the queen,
maybe E6
I
now.
will trap the queen.
Okay,
Yes.
but I think Queen E6 now.
E6. Queen where?
Yeah, E6.
E6.
E5 also is working. E5 and Bishop E6.
E5.
Can you see E5?
Yes, let's check it out. Let's still try to keep the pieces active.
E5, he is supposed to play Bishop H2, Bishop E6, to sacrifice B7. I think
Yes.
this will give a good compensation. With the Rook in B3, it's very strange.
Well,
Well, he will grab Rook B7. And,
I'm scared of grabbing those type of pawns.
but what to do? I mean, if you put Rook in B3, what do you
No.
expect?
Now you want to take on C5.
Yeah,
That's the main problem. E5 is a move, yes. So why not Queen A5 then?
Queen C5, Rook B5. I think
Sorry.
I'm taking D5.
My arrow started going
Okay.
a little crazy here. Okay.
Let's see what.
So Rook
Maybe
B3, Queen D8.
Okay.
So Queen A5 looked more active. C3
But
and
I don't
C4.
know what is Rook in B3 is doing in this situation. Let's look.
It went back.
Like missed
back.
pieces.
I feel
somehow.
like White had some ideas trying to trap the queen with the Queen A5, but now it has to go back. And after C4, maybe White's idea was like, okay, I will force Black to play C4 and then try to attack with B3.
Actually, I don't like C4.
Yes, I also
If-
don't like C4 because
if you can, what we can do here.
maybe try to play on the center like F6, E5,
Maybe Rook E8 also.
Rook E8.
Rook E8 was the idea to E5.
I'm
or,
trying to make the move E5 work somehow.
B6 I don't like it, but maybe B6 was the idea.
B6 with the
Yeah.
idea of Bishop B7.
Yeah. I think also could be, but C4 you give White what he needs.
Yeah. Maybe also somewhere I can have ideas to prepare G5, G4,
Yeah,
trying
king
to
side
create some
attack.
attack on the king side.
It's okay. I think the black setup is flexible. He can do many ideas. Like also what you mentioned, F6 and D5, like this Zamish setup controls the center. B6 develops the bishop. Bishop F5, I don't think it's the best move.
It's too soon to go out
Yeah.
with the bishop because the bishop looks
And
like it's
also
very
give-
nicely
And
located
also
on
give
the square.
B7, and he will give B7 for free.
Yes.
It's not. Okay, maybe rook e8 is just.
Rook 8 is another idea,
relocate,
right?
and maybe e5 you can play sometime.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think this is
Black
quite
has to
nice.
play on the center, no? Because it feels like we have to go for the center. So c4, yeah, as you mentioned, it looks like what white wants to have here, because after rook a3, b3 is coming, but black played here knight a5
To stop.
to stop,
what
but
about
knight
knight d2?
bd2,
A very logic develop move. You have to capture now.
and he has to capture a knight
Okay.
d2, and b3
Now
is coming.
b3 is coming. You have to play maybe bishop d7 now.
Bishop d7, let's check it out.
Yeah.
What happens after b4 or b3?
You're captured by embassment.
Okay, it's a knight
And
b3,
then rook c8.
then rook c8, knight c5,
Knight c5, bishop c6.
bishop c6.
I think this one can manage a little bit.
Yes, this looks interesting still. Well, I feel like still black could play better there instead of c4.
Yeah.
It's not like black is standing worse. Or
I think after c4, black give white what he needs to play rook a3 and b3. This
Yes.
is the idea to please close the queen side, and then I will break your c4 pawn. King side, you don't have any attack.
Mhm.
Center is static. You cannot
Yes.
make anything.
Yes.
Then I will play alone in queen side.
Yep.
This almost what happened, but this
Yep.
is the current position.
This is the
or-
current position. No, he didn't play this. This is our current position, knight d2, and black is still thinking.
I think bishop
Bishop
is
d7 has to come.
it's a very logic
Yeah.
move. Bishop e6, but bishop e6 I don't like it.
Yeah.
Bishop f5, anytime g4 or e4 sometime. I don't know. I think bishop d7. It's
Bishop d7. But what about bishop d7 e4?
now.
Now it's a little bit problematic for black.
I think I have to capture and play bishop c6.
Capture,
knight e4.
knight d4
or
or knight c4.
This
Yeah,
is
let's play knight c4.
okay. Knight c4. Bishop to e6.
Okay, I'm starting to like white's position. Knight e3, maybe somewhere before d5 is a threat.
Could be, but also I can play rook c8 immediately before bishop e6.
Yeah.
Instead of bishop e6, maybe rook c8, attacking your knight. It's also a good move.
Yeah.
I don't think e4 is very strong or dangerous for
Yeah,
black.
but still, it's one of the ideas.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think if we will check the game of a woman under 1700
great.
and then go for a little break, right?
Yeah, great. There's very interesting
To see what is
games.
happening in the playing hall.
Also today there is very good fighting for ladies in like Gulf fighting.
Gulf fighting.
Yeah, between Bahrain and UAE and
Yes, Gulf countries.
yes.
We have only two players who have 4 points in the women's section. And, well, let's find the girls. Can you see them?
I think last one. Yes.
Okay,
Is the
then
woman, yeah.
where is the first board? That's my main question now. Okay, I feel like the names are just written a little bit wrong. And Magnus move, d4. This became very, very fashionable after he played this. Knight c6, queen d2, and white's idea is to play b3, bishop b2, long castle.
It's almost like e4, c5, knight f3, d6, d4, captured by queen.
Yes, yes.
Queen instead of the knight d4.
But
It's the
this
same
is
idea. Queen come to d2, and it was the same idea.
this is very interesting. Bishop h6,
Yeah,
f4.
bishop h6 is the best move to move the queen.
Bishop h6 or bishop g7. Both
No,
of them are interesting.
bishop h6 to move the queen, and then I return to g7.
The black plays here e5, and
Yeah, now
this is the line where white has to be more attentive. I feel like the move here is
very fast
knight
action.
e2, knight f6 and g3, bishop e6 and bishop g2.
Castle.
White wants to do a short castle. That's interesting.
And black also can make castle in
Yes.
this position.
If I'm not mistaken, the move here is bishop b2, going for a long castle, taking the king to b1 so that I can attack on d6 right away, and then trying to get rid of this pin.
But I don't think bishop e6 was the best move, or
Bishop
Yes.
e6 is getting under the threat, right?
I don't. Instead of bishop e6, I think castle was much better.
Castle much better, yeah. Castle, let's say bishop b2. I'm
Now-
trying to continue. I guess there is some line with knight h5, queen f6, but knight d5 is a move now.
Bishop g4 also.
Bishop g4. Can I just continue my idea?
Bishop f3.
Bishop f3.
And
You
knight
won the
e4.
pawn.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So bishop g4. White has to play bishop g2.
Okay. Now, what if I take and play rook e8 or rook e8 first?
Now,
Yeah.
rook e8. Can I continue my idea now? Castle.
I can knight d4. I think it's very interesting.
Knight d4. Can I go for the giving up this? I take.
Yeah, I think you have to make it.
Takes. And after bishop d1, I will take with the
95,
threat
no,
of
no,
knight
knight
d5.
d5. Knight d5 immediately.
Knight d5 immediately.
Yeah.
Knight d5,
Knight d5.
bishop g7, then maybe rook d1.
Okay, one knight h5.
Knight h5.
I think you have to accept the fact you sacrifice.
Sacrifice exchange.
Yeah,
just
with
for
knight
some,
f6 and bishop f6, but black will be survive.
Black will survive there because bishop g4 escapes.
Yeah, I think this is the way to play very active with black
I
against.
feel like this is the move. Bishop g7 and try to do something here.
Maybe queen b4.
Queen b4 with the idea rook d6 or e5.
Yeah.
Well, this looks interesting. Shall we go to a small break and then be
small
back
break
very
and
soon?
be back. Okay, see you.
See you everyone, don't go anywhere. Okay. Welcome back, everyone, to the World Amateur Chess Championship 2023. And today we are following the round 5. Let's see what happened while we were away in the break. And what did you see something interesting while you were in the
still
playing
the
hall?
same first board in 2300. The game is very interesting, especially after we had a break.
Yes.
We don't know what happened. I think after king e7, still white or black is
Yeah.
thinking, because bishop e2, now queen e7, rook c7. I believe rook c7, we
Rook
analyzed
c7,
before.
we checked this line.
Yeah,
We were checking rook c7
rook c7, rook a7, castle, and
and what to do.
what to do, really.
Yes, I feel like white is just choosing how to continue in this position because there are options. There is rook c7, there is castle. Maybe he saw some other moves that we didn't see yet.
But the game is stick like this. يعني,
I guess so. We can check some other games, maybe.
okay.
Yeah, this is the position. And we can see that they already spent a lot of time in the position.
Yes. I think black more time to survive. It's not so easy.
Yes.
As I told you, white plan is very easy, and black plan is not that easy.
Not that easy to play with the black pieces because the king is in the center,
Um,
the rook is not moving, the queen has to stand here to protect the rook,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
knight is not moving.
I think also, even if white not play rook c7, even castle,
Yeah,
you don't have any enough move.
yeah,
يعني for example, you'll play d6 or d5, rook c7.
right. For example, castle, if
Yeah.
black wants to play just
rook
rook c7,
c7. It's
the only move
amazing.
is run knight d7 because if queen
Capture,
c7, check,
Queen e6, and
and
game is almost over.
almost over. But how to finish the game?
Queen f7.
Queen f7, king c8,
Yeah.
maybe just rook c1.
Rook c1, I will give me my piece
Knight
back. Queen
c5, yeah.
Queen e6 also.
Queen e6, let's take this just in case. What
Okay.
happens if... Okay, no. Maybe just... bishop check and bishop g4,
Queen
right?
g8. Yeah. I say,
Okay.
the game is very
Queen
strange.
g8. Let's check it out. I want to see how white is finishing. Because I feel like there has to be a
Yeah, bishop g4.
winning king c7 and
Queen e7. Queen h7.
another pawn. Knight d7,
Rook c1.
rook c1. Black
b4.
has to play here and b4.
I get my pieces back and enjoy all
Yeah.
kind of advantage.
Yeah, I agree. I want to continue a little bit more, to be honest. King b8
Capture.
captures. I want to play knight f6.
Maybe I have
Okay,
bishop.
black is playing without 3 pawns on the king side.
I have bishop g5. I have queen g7.
Yes, and it's a huge advantage, huge.
Yeah, of course. No one like to play like this with black.
Yeah, I feel like black's position is really like tough.
Yes.
Shall we go to check the second board, or
Of course.
you have some other
Second
preferences?
board, Malik,
Malik
the Syrian guy,
Konyali.
he's always playing interesting games. Let us see how his situation today.
Yes, shall we start from the beginning
Yeah,
to
it's
see
much
what
better.
happened in his
Because
game?
we didn't see all the game.
Before c5, another
Yeah.
Sicilian Najdorf. No.
And now Rachter Roser,
Uh-huh.
bishop g5,
e6, queen,
queen
d2.
d2. No, e6, the fashionable one was bishop
Yes.
d7 idea. Yes,
f4,
4,
b5,
yeah.
bishop f6,
Now
G takes
f6, yeah.
queen b6, f5.
This is positional idea. Also bishop e2 was idea, bishop f5,
Yes.
bishop h5, he must play h5, black, and this issue.
Mm-hmm.
f5 is okay.
f5, queen d4, queen
Yeah,
d4,
okay. White
and
white
endgame.
will enjoy a little bit better pawn structure,
Yes,
but black has a very solid position, two
two
bishops.
bishops.
Yeah, and I don't think any black is worse in this position.
No, why shall black be worse? I mean, two bishops already kind of
Yes.
compensate.
Yes, especially can play long castle and nothing.
Yes, yes. Black played here rook g8.
Yeah.
There is a half open file, so he is of course taking
Yes,
control over it.
G3 most probably.
G3.
played.
h5,
Yeah.
bishop e2, and h4.
Ah, it's a good sacrifice.
And white
if you
took it.
capture, If you
What
capture.
if white doesn't capture? G4, bishop h6
No,
doesn't work.
no,
King
bishop 6, rook
e7,
d6. Maybe rook c8 also.
rook c8. Yeah.
Maybe long castle. Bishop e7. I think all of this candidates moves. Bishop e7, I think most probably is the strongest one. I know your idea. You want to bring the bishop to e5, but
yes,
it's not
but
so
it's
easy.
not working. It's not working. But black captured here h4
Yeah.
and rook b8
Idea before a5.
before a5. Interesting.
Doing some action in queen side.
So black just positionally sacrificed the pawn on h4,
Yes.
trying to.
Because also the pawn in h5 no future. Yeah, h5 and then h6 is under control. He just opened the file, G file, to rook g2 maybe
Yes.
sometime, or before a5 and then rook g2.
Mhm.
Now the rook in h1 must be stick there because of rook g2.
Yes.
I think now e3 is the logic move.
White played here bishop h5. Actually,
Bishop h5 can meet by king e7
king e7, maybe rook d1.
to stop f e6, because now black
He played king e7.
he must to stop to weaken d5, because otherwise, if for example if he play something like rook g2,
Yes.
he will capture in e6. You have to capture by bishop and then knight d5.
Yes.
Now it will be opposite color bishop, but white has huge advantage.
Yes.
His bishop
So-
is much better, his pawn is much better, rook's much better.
He, I feel like I heard you.
Yeah,
He played king e7.
king e7 the only way to
It's very
keep-
logical move, of
rook
course.
b6 now.
Rook b6, knight e2.
Yeah,
And black played here bishop h6. What happens after rook h8?
rook h8, I think.
Knight g3.
Also
feel like
knight
knight
e4.
e2.
Also knight e4.
Knight f4 is also an idea, but bishop h6.
Capture in e6
Right.
or
Right. Wait.
no,
I
he
take
will
it, yeah.
lose. Then no. I think now maybe knight g7, knight g3 is.
Knight g3 is more,
Knight
just
g3,
in case to
Yeah, knight g3.
knight g3 and what to play here.
But now the same move, bishop h6 with the idea bishop f4, bishop a5. This
You still try to bring my bishop to
Yes.
e5 square, right?
you know, after f5 always the e5 square.
Yes.
Most of the player put the queen in
Mhm.
e5. Now the bishop will come to e5. It will be well.
Yes, yes. If I have the bishop on e5, I don't need anything else, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Maybe rook h8, your move was very interesting.
but still, knight g3 is kind of still holding, and black still wants to play bishop. I mean, not right now, bishop f4, but
Also, he stopped knight f4.
stops knight f4,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
And here, bishop f3
To stop rook g2 now.
to stop rook g2.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, and b4.
Okay.
And white played rook g1.
What about second bishop e3?
Rook d1.
e1, bishop f4, and the coming to. I think it will not be reasonable.
We can check it out actually.
Maybe rook
Rook
h8.
g1, knight g1, bishop e3, rook
Or,
d1.
or immediately bishop f4.
Bishop f4 here.
Immediately attacking h2.
Attacking h2, still wanting to bring the
Yeah.
bishop on e5.
And then rook b8, rook h8 again.
And then
To
the rook is
control
transforming to the
control
h file.
the h pawn.
Yes.
I think this could be, but what I believe to avoid the exchange is much better.
Let's check
with
it
rook
out.
h8.
After rook g1, rook h8.
Yeah, I believe this is much better. With the bishop e3 now.
Exactly. And what happens if I try to keep the open file for myself? Rook g2.
Bishop to e3, rook d3, bishop c5. Now the idea bishop e5 or
Yeah.
rook capture in h4.
And if I play h5?
h5, bishop b5.
Rook d1.
Now maybe bishop e3 again. I will use the two bishops in very good ways. These positions.
Well, the bishops are maneuvering very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And the knight doesn't know where to go.
Yes.
That's
My
the
bishop,
biggest problem.
Also, the bishop became very passive after h5.
The pawn on h5 is not moving anywhere else.
Yes.
It's just up
this
there.
must be. You sacrifice one pawn, you have to
Yeah. The bishop
to
is
control.
just limited by its own pawns.
Yes.
And what happens if I take on e6 here?
I think I have to take by pawn.
By pawn, and
Rook
I
G7.
was trying to transform my rook to the g7.
Maybe king to f8.
King to f8, and do I have some ideas here trying to...
Like rook a7 or rook
Rook
g6.
c7. I was twinning rook c7. I was kind of a little bit scared of rook a7.
Yeah, because rook b8. I will play rook
Rook
b8.
b8, yeah, rook c7.
Okay.
Okay, let's play rook c7. And what happens now?
Now maybe rook h6 is rook h6. I believe rook
Rook
h6.
h6, I want to play maybe... I don't know if this will work or no, but no. I stopped liking it.
Okay, this could
Maybe
play.
bishop g4,
This could be played, but
but I
don't-
still don't want to take
don't-
on e6 pawn, right?
Don't forget you cannot take on
Yeah, I
e6
cannot
because
take on
if
e6.
bishop e2. Maybe now rook a5, a3, b3. I think that's a good idea. But now knight d4 also. Excuse me.
Just knight d4, right?
Instead of bishop g4, I think knight g4.
So what to
Okay.
do here? That's the main question. To exchange the rooks? Trying to hold the open file for our rook, or...
maybe I believe rook h8, but don't move the bishop from e3.
Hmm.
يعني rook to keep control the h pawn.
Yes. Rook h8. What
Rook
we said?
h8.
We said rook g2.
Yeah, now a5. Continue with the same idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This would be probably the best. No need to bring the bishop to
Because of rook
E3?
g7, that's
a5. Now
Really?
you can try to play bishop b5 and bishop e3 idea.
okay. I think this very solid for black.
Yes. So we have a very interesting endgame actually on the board too.
Yeah.
And shall we move to the other age category to check out what is happening there?
Yeah, this 2000, under 2000.
Under 2000, we
Yes.
were,
We'll see
yes,
this,
let's see what
A
happened
very
here.
strange opening.
Bishop a4, queen d5, wait, this happened, no, this is our analysis, right? Let's, yes, that was our analysis. We stopped on
95.
knight e5.
He played queen e7,
He
knight
played queen
c6.
e7, captures the bishop.
يعني I'm very يعني hesitate. Instead if he win the e4 pawn, now
Yeah.
he's losing e5 pawn.
Instead of taking an extra pawn here, exactly,
It's-
black just lost a pawn. I mean,
It's really very strange.
it's really hard to understand why not to capture this pawn.
يعني capture in e4
I like free pawns. I would take it.
No, but if you continue 2-3 moves, he lost his e5 and he didn't take also in e4.
Instead of winning a pawn, he lost a pawn. So we
It's
can
really
say he
very
lost 2 pawns.
Very strange decision.
Yes, it's hard to understand. Maybe he had his reasons.
Okay,
There, but,
knight here, bishop.
and e5 is gone, and also this beautiful bishop is gone.
Now queen e4. Sorry.
Queen
what?
e4, queen e2.
Okay, capture and take the knight. Knight c6.
Yeah, still a pawn, right? No.
Return your pawn. I think he's very kind player. He don't want to keep pawns or what?
Well, I mean, queen e4 is just winning a pawn, right?
He
Queen
return his
e2.
pawn.
Yes,
Yeah, it's so easy. Take a knight.
but still,
knight.
it's
Knight
already the pawn is.
But you're equal.
Yes, I agree with it.
Okay. يعني what he did after taking c6, what he did? He take by pawn,
Yeah.
and then he losing the the e pawn, and 2 bishops, and doing nothing. And
I
queen
agree.
e7 stops the bishop to develop. يعني
I agree.
the game will become very difficult. Yeah.
e5 and knight c6.
Yeah. Now queen e4 is the only move. If you want to continue this game. Now خلاص bishop g2 and castle.
Bishop
Next move.
c2, g6.
No, I don't.
Knight b6. What?
I think let's go to another.
Let's
Let's go to another. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, okay, the game is actually already finished. The white won because
Of course.
maybe they just finished right now. Dash toch toch. So let's check out what is the situation there now. So we are under 2000 and well, we have one sole leader and it depends from the second board if there will be 2 players with the 100% result or no. And with the white players is Emil Sebastian against Alikhan Kajatule.
Sebastian, Emil.
Emil Sebastian, yes.
Yeah.
And what do you think about the current position? White looks like has a little pressure on the black pieces.
And now g5, knight g3 to come to h5, doing something.
Yes.
Or maybe queen h3 also.
Queen h3.
Yes,
Black
yes.
looks like has to play g5.
Yeah, this is, that's
And
why.
What
Queen
happens if
Queen h3 or
Queen h3? Maybe
Bishop.
Queen e3, trying to exchange the queen so that the attack will slow down a little
then
bit.
maybe knight, but knight will do nothing. Also, he must exchange the queen in this position.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Then to play king h1, but he cannot avoid queen s3. He must exchange.
So g5 is the only move.
Yeah.
Because if,
Yeah.
but also queen e3 is a move right now. Takes, but he will lose a pawn. So
Pawn
let's check it out.
g6.
Yes,
Yeah, I think
it's a very important pawn. There is no need to
Yeah,
lose it,
there-
of course.
there is no any compensation on this.
So f5, g5. G5 has to be played, but the player with the black pieces is still
Also
thinking.
bishop g5 is blunder. Taking g6 and taking f7, the game is over.
Yes.
Then g5, the only move.
G5 is the only move.
Knight f8. If he don't, if he doesn't like to close the bishop, maybe knight f8.
Knight f8.
But I don't feel it's
Still,
correct.
knight f4 will come. I mean, white will capture on g6, and then try
Take.
to. If you take with a knight, maybe I can just play knight f4.
I think take by pawn is
Take by pawn.
yeah, and g6.
And still, I want to play knight f4.
Yeah, maybe.
Looks a little bit risky. We can accept on it,
I
right?
think g5. G5 is
Yes.
the only move.
G5 was played actually
Yeah.
in the game.
g5.
But let's also mention another factor here that white has half the time of blacks. White has 25 minutes, black has 50 minutes, and I feel like in most of the games this is playing a big role. In fact, it can be equalized at any moment in the game, but for now, we can say that. I mean, from time you can feel that the player with the black pieces is more confident.
Yes. You have 2 bishops, you have time, advantage in time. I think the knights in c3 is not the best move. Only the bishop in b7. He's doing his task to protect d5.
It will later come to c8, trying to attack the pawn on f5.
Okay, but you need to
Not right now.
you need to relocate your knight in d7. Knight in d7 is
But where to go with it?
I think
That's the
f6.
question.
I think f6 is the best move.
Yeah, maybe bishop g7,
Bishop
knight
g7
f6.
every time f6. I will capture his knight.
That's the
It's
that's the question. Yes.
also black has some difficulties in this game.
Mhm.
I think queen e3 and play in the game with two bishops and rook e3. It will be favorable for black.
Yeah. So
Now
I feel like we're gonna have a very interesting game here, right? But you want to play queen e3 or the question is,
I think
can white not exchange the queens here?
I think white must stop queen e3, but queen e3
Knight d1,
maybe rook f3.
rook f3.
Is it rook f3 is
It's one
working
of the
also?
it's one of the moves because now I want to play rook h3,
Yeah.
transfer queen f3, queen
Yes,
h5,
maybe,
trying to
yeah.
put some pressure on the pawn on h6.
Maybe, and also if bishop g7, I will sacrifice the pawn.
Absolutely,
And the-
because
and
the
double-
knight
and
will
double
get
the
a
rook.
beautiful
And they will
square
double
on
the rook.
f5.
I think rook f3 is
Rook
logical
f3 is a
move.
good move. Looks like a good move.
Yeah.
What happens if so if bishop g7, you're gonna go for this line with f6, right?
f6, yes.
Yes.
I cannot wait
check
until
it
knight
out.
f6.
f6, knight f6.
Double the rook.
Maybe just knight g3 even if it's enough here.
Okay, but
Trying to bring the
doubling
knight.
the rook, I am attacking f7. The knight cannot move.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. And then knight g3, knight f5.
I'm liking white's position actually after rook f3, to be honest, because it looks quite promising for the white.
Yes, I believe it's best idea because after exchange you will have nothing to do.
Yes.
What you will do against two bishops, especially exchange and play bishop e7, bishop to d6,
Mhm.
knight f6. Amazing setup.
If black exchanges the queens, then black doesn't
Will be
have
better.
any problem in this
yes,
position.
Yes.
And very easy position to play. Well, we're gonna know from this game later if we're gonna have 2-5 points in this tournament, and if white manages to win in this position, which is not easy, let's be honest,
Yeah.
then we'll have a interesting game tomorrow.
He must work hard
Very
to win
hard.
this game. Yeah.
Very hard.
Yeah.
Also, with this time, it's not that easy, but everything is possible, and
But
he's
as you know,
taking his time.
25 minutes is enough to play all the game,
Exactly.
especially if your plan is clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you a fast player, Fuad, or you're taking your time to think in the game?
It depends on the time control. In the classical game,
Yeah, I mean in the classical.
I need to take more time. But sometime when خلاص the game is decided or your ideas is very clear,
Yes.
I don't need to spend some time to check all over the games.
Mhm.
I'm following my plan from very fast.
Because there are people who are feeling themselves more comfortable when they are having time pressure, like time trouble.
Yes.
Some people just start very, very slow, and then they put themselves in a time trouble, and then they start playing better. I know personally a few players like this, and I was always like, how they are standing all this pressure throughout the whole tournament, because playing a blitz every round, it's like, you know.
I had many experience with this kind of player as a coach and as a player in my home country or international event.
Yes.
There's some player cannot play immediately. They need to be under pressure to play.
Yes.
The clock makes this pressure. You have to move, otherwise you lose by time. If they have time, they are confused. For example, if they have 5-6 candidates move, they are confused which one and calculate too much,
Yes.
and then they got time trouble. They are be forced to play. Many players, even here, still until now, some players play like this. They cannot play if they have many choice.
Yes.
Only under time pressure, they play very good.
And also they are very more concentrated than their opponents when
Yeah.
they have a time
Yes.
pressure.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting method, and I feel like it depends from the style also. So, well, we'll see what is happening in this. Oh, he played Queen H3. No, he didn't play Queen H3.
I think the game is paused now.
The game is still going on. Shall we go to another category to check out what is happening? Oh, okay. We
It's
stopped
open
on this game
under 1700.
under 1700, and let's see the player with the white pieces.
This is the game we analyze about the C3 weakness.
Yes.
As
This
you
is the
remember.
one.
Yeah. And then he chose the bishop.
Bishop
We
B6
recommend
instead of 94.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. Oh. Okay. I don't understand the idea.
Here's the logic idea is knight f6, 94.
Yes, but here black is playing bishop d6, bishop e7.
I think after he found rook e8 and capture f4 is useless to do,
Yes.
then he say no, I have to keep the bishops. Okay, but not why from beginning.
Right away,
what-
bishop e7,
what-
right? If you want to play bishop e7.
Yani, even to move the bishop, it doesn't mean anything. I think your knight, which in h7 and bishop in c8, need to relocate the knight and
Yes.
develop the bishop.
Yes.
But the bishop in c5 already is doing well. It's not bad at all.
For me, it looks amazing. The only problem is this knight.
Yeah.
This bishop is also a problem, but it's going to come to b7 at some point.
Yes, but knight f6, knight e4.
That
The
looks
game completely would change.
very logical.
Yeah.
The knight is coming to this beautiful square on e4, attacking the weakness, and it looks very logical.
Of
but
course.
bishop d6, rook e1, and black changed his
Bishop
mind. He
e7.
doesn't want to exchange the bishops anymore.
Yeah.
And knight cd4, and knight c6
And
is a
now-
threat now.
Yeah.
And now, okay,
Bishop
bishop
b7.
b7 looks
Or
like
bishop
it
d7.
shall be played. No.
Which one you choose? Bishop d7 or bishop e7?
I would play bishop b7, I think, without any
Bishop
second
d-
thought, but player with the black pieces chose to
Yeah.
play queen e8.
Looks very strange.
I'm trying to see the idea behind it, but
I think he wants to stop knight c6,
yes, he wants to stop knight c6.
but bishop d7 will do the task
Of course,
and develop
of course,
and put the rook in c8, attacking c3.
of course.
Yani, you can say 3 in 1.
Maybe I don't know. I don't.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see
Let's-
his
let's-
idea.
let's
Maybe his
move on.
idea to attack in king side by the f6 and g5. Okay,
h4, f6.
now he dominates the knight in the knight,
Okay.
but the knight in h7
It's stuck.
will suffer.
It already it's suffering for the last 10 moves. But e5 is a threat right now, and it's a very, very, I can say,
But
interesting
excuse me, this can happen with bishop d7 also.
threat. Yes. But the thing with bishop e7 was that there was knight f6. And here, even if you play e5, I can always play knight b3,
But,
and d5 is hanging.
But if you trade your knight in f3 to my bishop in d7, it will be better for me.
Exactly. I mean, you're right.
my
You're right.
bishop
You're
is
right.
not so
Let's check it out. Like bishop d7,
Yeah.
knight e5.
Okay.
I want to play knight c6, but rook c8,
Rook
right?
c8, yes. If
Yeah.
you capture my
Yeah.
my bishop, I will capture his queen.
Yeah, the bad bishop
And
is
I will
gone.
tell you thank you.
The bad bishop is gone.
Yeah, and in this situation, I must thank you.
No problem here, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so queen e8 was played. And
Okay.
white started attacking h4.
But anyway, it's interesting idea also.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But here I have a question. Is there a move like knight f5 here? But the problem is that after bishop c5, right? Bishop c5, what white is going to do?
After bishop c5, you can play bishop
Knight
d6.
d6, bishop d6.
Maybe bishop d6 also.
All right.
It could be.
Yes, yes. Knight f5, this is the first move that came to my mind, because if black captures, it follows
Queen
with a
take.
queen check, king h8, and queen a8. So
And queen d7 will not do anything because of rook d1.
yes,
Yeah.
so you cannot trap the queen. And here I want to exchange the black squared bishop,
Yeah.
because then my c3 will get more chances, and then in the end you will have this knight, which is unfortunately stopped. Right. Okay, anyways, knight e2 was played, which is a passive move.
Just stop e5.
Just
He
yes.
just wants to stop e5.
But even if you play e5, it's not... well, black will play e5, but... Okay, well, black played queen f7, still wants to play e5. That's why I like knight f5. I feel like knight f5 was the move to fight for some something. Bishop c7.
You exchange the bishops at least.
I'll try.
Black has pair of bishop, you have to exchange.
e5,
Yeah.
bishop a5, and bishop e6. Well, black did bishop b4 is coming.
The
Huh?
maneuver bishop c7, bishop e5 looks very strange.
Yeah, but bishop b4 now.
But who will capture?
I
can
will
play
capture
I
later.
can play rook c8, knight f8, rook fc8.
Of course, black has an advantage here. I mean, he controls the center. C3 is a weakness, and the knights are passive. The only problem is this knight. Knight will go out with a interesting maneuver.
I think now you start to like queen 8 idea.
I don't think so. No.
Looks interesting for me now.
It was.
It's a little
No,
bit
it was, but
little
somehow
bit
it
deeper,
worked out.
little bit deeper for us.
Yes. Somehow it worked out, because for us, I know that the bishop on c8 wants to come to b7, and here is opportunity to bring bishop b7, rook c8 attack. You know, this is what we know about chess, right?
Yes, but sometimes you find amazing ideas start against the rules.
But I feel like white helped black to make this queen e8 move a good move.
No, also h4 without any idea.
I don't know.
What's h4 doing?
What if I try to play
يعني
e4 here?
No, you're supposed to play e4.
e4, yes.
e4, not e4, come on.
a4.
يعني.
Yeah, let's start with a4.
Yeah, how you keep these pawns like this?
Yeah, before c3 is gone,
Yeah,
if captures rook a4.
of course. Now you have some target in
Exactly,
a6.
exactly. I have to agree with you. This a4.
Yeah, you have to do something. But this h4, something is not understandable for us. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
but-
I mean,
but
we're trying to get
How black reach? I think it's good. After
queen 8, h4. I mean, white helped. That's my whole point.
yeah.
Even here, a4 is possible. Knight f5 is possible, but knight e2 is very passive. Queen f7 and bishop c7, e5, bishop a4, 5. Black improved the position. White didn't improve
Yes.
anything, and the opposite. White's position got more and more and passive. Black started getting more and more space, and eventually, I feel like white is gonna find themselves in a very difficult situation.
Yeah, now white play bishop b4.
Bishop before, yeah.
I expect rook fc8.
No, white didn't play bishop before. That was our
Not yet.
not yet.
Okay. Let us see the third board.
Third board, yes.
Yeah.
Let's
We-
continue from this part, right? C4
Yeah,
with
we
this like
analyze this
C4,
position.
rook a3, knight a5, knight d2 takes, bishop f5. b3 was played.
Yeah.
Black has to capture.
And also here, excuse me, I want to ask
Mhm.
about something. One move before, one move before. No, for black.
Yes.
Black capture in d2 and then play bishop f5. Instead to capture in b2,
Uh-huh.
why you don't keep the knight and play bishop f5?
Bishop f5 right away, right?
Yeah.
What happens if I capture on
I will
e4
capture.
and knight d2?
Okay,
I'm
bishop
trying
f5.
to get to the same position.
But now,
And b3, and it's black to play.
so-
Right. It's extra tempo.
and also you cannot play b3 because knight c3.
Yes.
If my knight in e4,
Yes,
I will take an e3.
I agree. I agree. So bishop f5, let's say b3, c3 is hanging. You're right.
That's why I'm
That
telling
would be more
why.
logical.
Yeah, why
That
not
would
bishop?
be more logical.
And also, if you play g4, attacking my
Here,
here, I will take knight d2. Of course, g4 is not the
g4
best
is going to
move.
become a weakness to
Yes, I
attack.
play bishop e6, bishop d7,
Or bishop
and,
d7,
and,
right?
and g4 will be every time
f5 would become, or even h5.
h5. Yeah, it will be very strong. Yani, it's not the best move to play g4 in this
Yes,
situation.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Capturing d2, I don't
capturing
believe is the best.
d2, I mean, leave it for your opponent to capture it, right?
Yes.
And bishop f5 and b3, so he could get the same position, and it could be. It's still
His
his
turn.
move, right?
Yeah.
It's still his turn. It's still his turn, actually. Yeah. Takes, and knight c4.
I don't think knight c4, but what he has to do? Maybe
Bishop
rook
c4.
maybe rook c8. Rook c8.
Rook c8 right now. What happens if?
Because knight c4, you will block your opponent weakness
Yes.
in c3.
That's what happened.
Yani after knight c4, bishop
Bishop
c4,
c4, they takes on c4.
you hide his weakness, the backward pawn.
Yes.
It's not logic at all. Maybe you develop your bishop, you will be in d3 and like this, blah blah blah. But the c pawn now not easy to reach. Yani, okay, let's see what will happen.
Knight c1, rook e8.
Okay.
He wants to play e5, queen f3, and he doesn't want to play e5. He played e5.
He must play
He
e5.
must play e5.
Yes.
e4.
e4.
Okay. There is no. He played bishop d7, but there are no tactical opportunities, any kind of.
You mean taking e4, queen e4, taking f4, he will take
Yes.
with queen,
Yes.
queen d5. The queen d5 will be very strong. But if he taking b7,
He played bishop
okay, take it.
d7,
No,
takes.
Okay,
No, this is good actually. e4 becomes a weakness, and this knight is bad. The white squared bishop is better than the white knight,
but
knight d4 will come
Yeah.
at some point. Yeah.
I mean before bishop d7, what about bishop e4? This is what I was asking.
Where?
When e4,
Yes.
bishop e4, queen e4, taking
Yes.
f4. Now if you take queen d5,
And
you don't have anything now.
and we are not letting this knight to enter to d4,
You don't,
which is a very important
rook
square.
e4,
for it.
and I will.
Rook e4, and
I
then
double.
a6 b5 somewhere.
No, he must take in d7 now.
Yeah.
Sorry, one move later,
Yes.
before. And instead to f4, he must
Yeah.
take in b7.
Okay.
But this position, what do you think?
If rook e7, queen f3, right?
Yeah, maybe queen d6 first, one
Mhm.
tempo.
Maybe queen d6, trying to bring the rook to b8, or
But I think white is okay also in this position. He's not worthy. Then he must take in b7. Otherwise,
Yes.
queen f4, queen d5, black will control the game.
But how black played actually?
Bishop d7.
Takes.
Okay.
But the thing is that all I'm worried about is that this knight is getting this square, but for right now it cannot come there because there is bishop c6 attacking the a4 square.
I think queen f4 first.
Queen f4. Let's check it out. Queen e7.
f3.
There are some pieces.
Then it's not so
Yeah.
easy.
It's not that easy. And white has to find a move because bishop c6 is my next move.
Maybe
Rook d1,
rook d1,
queen e7,
queen e7, rook e2,
Rook
A2.
A2
Yeah.
and bishop C6.
Bishop C6. Not so easy at all.
Not easy.
Then rook D1. Maybe it's not the best move.
Yeah.
Let us see here. Queen E7 is really
Queen E7 is a threat. Bishop
very-
C6
very
is a
strong
threat.
wow.
And-
Black is better in this
Black
position.
is better. Too many threats.
Rook E2 I think. Rook E2, Queen
Rook
E7.
A2, bishop C6. I can start
Queen
with bishop
C6.
C6. So that after rook E2, we can play F5. Maybe. Sorry.
Yes, F5.
Maybe. But it's a free pawn. I like free pawns. In every game, I want to take a free pawn.
Okay, I think
Yeah, black has an advantage here.
yeah, white must find some. Then bishop d7 was a good move.
Yes, bishop d7 worked pretty well, we can say it.
Yeah.
And, well, let's see what's going to happen afterwards. Shall we check the girls section and then go for another break?
Yeah, 1700.
Yes, so women under 1700, and we have a result on the second board.
This white won.
White won, and
This position. It's
this is
Queen
not
up or something.
this is not the second board. My
Yeah.
my mistake. On the third board, we have a result also. Ali Abir Rouhani Raj.
yeah. Let's see this Abir what she did. She's playing from the first of the tournament, very
Yeah.
strong.
At F3, we have Pürst
From
UAE.
United Arab Emirates, from Sharjah Ladies Club.
and E5.
E5, this is very strange move.
Takes, and Bishop G5. Wow,
course.
okay.
Must
Bishop
be
G7.
Bishop E7. Now Knight D5.
Bishop E7, Rook D1.
Bishop
maybe.
E7 is the only move,
Yeah, but
and Knight D7.
Knight D7, right?
This is the only move.
But Bishop G7 follows with Rook D1, Knight
Yeah.
BD7, and Knight D5.
Okay.
C6. Oh, wait.
Capture
there is
and
no
capture and D7.
and captures
Rook
on
D7.
D7. So
Amazing tactics
Easy
from
game.
Abir.
very nicely played. Very
Yeah.
nicely played by Abir. And Queen F6. And
Don't castle.
yes,
Because Bishop F6, she will castle.
she will.
No.
And castle.
Wait. Excuse me.
We
Why
want
not
to do something else.
Instead Bishop C4? Why not take an E5?
Free pawn, right?
Be greedy.
Free pawn.
I think she doesn't
Wait.
want Queen E6.
They
That's
are
why
scared to
Bishop-
take extra pawns.
No, not scared. She is playing for mate, I'm sure.
Yes,
Bishop
yes.
C4.
She's like, okay, I already have my two bishops against rook. The king is in the center. Let's just stop here and develop my pieces.
Yeah, but it's not bad to be greedy sometimes. Castle. Now the idea F4, I think.
Bishop F7. Ah, okay. That's
Oh, wow, it's amazing tactics.
yeah, she
Can
just
see-
crashed the opponent. We can say it.
Yeah, I like. She's in form.
Yeah, she's in a very good shape.
Yeah.
And okay, shall we continue here? She's winning, and let's one more time show our viewers what kind of a tactics she did.
About E5. E5, of course.
Yes, so
E5.
E5 is a very bad move because it is allowing
Yeah.
for white to put this terribly dangerous pin.
And here the only move to play Bishop E7.
Bishop E7 maybe still
to
holding
get
the
rid
position.
of this
Yes.
pin.
It is covering the pin at least, but after
Yeah.
Bishop G7,
Bishop G7, Knight D5 or
Rook
Rook
D1,
D1.
Knight D7, Knight D5, and C6. And here she played very well, Knight F6 check. Of course, the knight cannot
No
capture
move.
because
No
Rook
move.
D8.
Yes.
So Bishop F6 and Rook D7 very nicely spotted
The
by
game
Abir.
is over.
Yes, and two bishops. Here she decided not to be greedy. She's developing her pieces. And Bishop F7.
Ah.
After Queen F7, Queen
She,
C6.
doesn't give any chance.
No chance, absolutely
Yeah.
no chance.
Bishop F7 is very nice thought again. I think
Very
after,
nicely played.
after Bishop G5, Let's
But
see.
is this Abir's game? Because I feel like we have a problem with the boards. Let's just check it out because this is not Abir's game. This is a game of Shibi Binoy against Kimani Wanjiro.
Abir is playing.
Yes, Abir
with
is
black.
playing on the second board with the black pieces, and this
But,
is the position.
How's broadcasting something? The name is changing.
Yes,
Or?
the name is. I feel like there is some technical issue there because I think we shall check by board number, and this is the second board where Abir Ali is playing with the black pieces.
But at least she deserves also.
She absolutely deserves.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see what happened actually here because let's go a few moves back.
Now she's playing black.
D3 and
This
bishop
is,
D7 and knight C3 and bishop
yeah.
H3.
Yeah, Karukan.
Yes,
knight
yes,
F6,
yes. We can
knight
start
F6.
with this,
Yeah,
right?
if you please.
So E4,
This is
C6, D4.
very solid setup.
Exactly.
Knight F6, take
Takes,
by
takes.
E.
Bishop E3.
Maybe
There's C3 move, right? Also?
C3 and
Yes.
C3 is a most important
Mhm.
move here.
Bishop
Bishop
D3,
castle.
castle, knight E2, rook E8, castle, queen C7,
To
H3,
stop bishop F4.
bishop E6,
Yeah.
C4,
Nah,
queen C8.
yes.
Okay, queen D2,
Queen
C5 was
Queen
played.
C8 to stop D5. Huh?
Yes.
If you play knight
yes.
D7, D5, and bishop at 7, and I will
Yes.
take the bishop back. With very good idea. That's why she gives the
Mhm.
bishop.
Also,
not to
there
play
is an
knight D7.
idea like after knight D7 to play C5 and bishop F4
Yeah.
and taking control over the diagonal. So C4, queen C8, queen
It's
D2,
a tricky move because of bishop H3.
and bishop H3 is always an idea.
No.
D5, black is not in a hurry, bishop D7, knight C3, and
Ah.
bishop H3.
No.
She waited for the knight to go to the wrong
because
side. And
otherwise it will be bishop F4 or knight F4. Knight
Yeah.
now go away from to protect F4
Yes.
square.
And if white captures, it's just a simple queen H3,
No.
threatening queen H2 checkmate. And if you try to cover
Rook
it, I'm
E3.
just gonna take rook
Of course.
E3, and it's gonna
Okay.
be game over.
I think, and also if let's see how.
She played knight E4, and it followed with the bishop G2. White is thinking here, but let's see what is happening after king G4, king G2,
Rook E4,
rook E4, bishop E4, and
Queen
queen
G4
G4.
check. It's mate.
It's a mate. It's a nicely spotted.
Fantastic.
Very nice. King H1 is the only move, and
Queen H3,
Queen
Queen
H3
H2.
and Queen H2.
No
Very
need to
nicely
capture the bishop.
spotted. No, we don't.
Now
need
don't
them.
be greedy.
Now we're not greedy. Now we're not greedy. Very nicely played.
Yeah,
Abir.
very good tactic.
We manifested. We said.
But I hope this is the real game.
This is the game. This is the game. I have a feeling this is the game. Yeah.
Okay, then
Okay.
after
You
bishop,
think she's
bishop,
gonna win?
bishop G2, black,
White is thinking.
white in trouble, huh?
White is in a trouble. She has only 7 minutes on the chessboard. You see, they changed the names. It's Ali Abir.
Okay, but
We
how
can see.
she has 7 minutes?
She has 7 minutes.
She's black,
but
7
It
man.
is enough to win. I feel like this position.
Bishop G2. This our analysis. Knight E4 is the last
No,
one.
no. Bishop G2. She played.
No.
No.
She played knight.
She played
E4.
knight. And, no, Bishop G2 is played. It's on the chessboard.
F3. What do you believe about F3?
F3. I can just come back, right? Oh, sorry. Queen H3. Queen G2.
Queen G2. I think you have to take in F1.
I take on F1. Knight
You have taken
D6.
D6.
What is happening here?
I think F3 is tricky move also.
F3 looks like tricky. Very, very nicely spotted. Knight D6.
Yeah.
Queen H3 and Bishop F1 maybe. Queen G3. Or Queen H3 just
Queen G3.
knight E8.
I can't take anything.
Yeah.
I can take the rook. I can
So
take
what
the bishop.
happens after F3?
Ah, yeah.
Sorry.
F3. Even bishop H2 is not
Yeah, Bishop H2 is not working, right?
King G2.
King G2.
This position, I think.
Maybe rook E4? And
Ah.
then
Rook E4.
yeah,
She must
takes and then takes on F1, 2 extra pawns, which is
take bishop E4.
and bishop f1.
Rook f1.
Well, 2 extra pawns. Maybe
On
she's
97.
ready to go for
No,
this.
90, 97, 96. She will survive. This one.
She will make it.
Rook e4. is
White
only one.
captured king g2. No, they didn't capture. Let's check with the first board also, and we shall go for a little break. What do you think?
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, so first board. Well,
There's something we analysis before.
There's something, yeah.
About
we
bishop
checked
g4
this,
and
yes.
knight d4.
Yes.
And you want
this
to
is-
sacrifice the exchange in d4.
We wanted to sacrifice exchange,
Yeah.
but it didn't work.
No, here it's
Knight
working.
b5. White is pressing, we can say. Bishop f8, knight c3, king b8, knight d5, bishop d5, queen captures, and
Why not take by pawn?
knight goes back and queen a5. Maybe, or queen e3. Queen e3, knight b5 is hanging. Let's say knight e7.
If you play c4 or this,
And to play
this will be
c4.
very difficult to black to play. c4,
c4,
king b1,
a6,
knight c3, king b1.
knight c3. Black's position is very pressed, and
Yeah.
I feel like it's very easy to play with the white pieces. She took with queen d5.
Okay.
But I agree. I mean, taking the pawn will be better because this knight has to go back.
Yes.
The more we are pushing the opponent's pieces back, the better for us, right? Knight
Sure.
e7, queen d3, knight d4, and knight e2. But black is already not so bad, no?
Yeah. Now knight b5
White kind of helped them. Which knight?
or take. Yeah. Maybe knight c b5.
Take, and knight d5, right?
Yeah. Bishop
Mhm.
bishop b2.
b4.
Bishop
maybe?
b2 I think. To stop knight
Okay,
d4.
bishop b2.
Now bishop
if I
b7.
spent. No, I will take bishop
We
g7. you mean?
cannot. No, we cannot.
I want to take f7.
We have to.
You're losing the pawn on
Ah.
e5.
It's not best move.
Hmm.
Okay.
Maybe not knight b5.
then
Maybe
knight-
just capture. Capture and then knight b5 or bishop g7. Bishop g7. I'm losing
bishop
pawn.
d6. Knight b5, bishop b2.
Bishop b2 and rook g8 is the only move. Huh?
Yeah, but it's better for
Um,
white. e4 or
Yes, but maybe I can go for this. Captures, check, king b1 and rook h8.
this is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
c3 is
with
right.
bishop e5.
Yeah. The black squares are very weak in
Yeah,
this
but
position.
I think white will not allow this.
Yeah, white shouldn't go for this, of course. Knight e2 is the last move, but what to do? Captures, and captures.
Capture.
Knight captures,
cap-
captures.
Take,
Take,
take.
and knight
bishop
b5.
at 6. Bishop at 6 first. You want to try bishop?
I played knight b5
knight
first.
b5, bishop,
Bishop
e2.
b2, and then
Bishop-
bishop h6.
Rook f1. Rook
Rook f1
f1.
and rook e8.
Now e4.
a4. Yeah, knight has to go back and maybe e5. Or bishop
Yeah.
a3.
Also bishop. No, bishop f6.
Bishop f6 and then nicely spotted.
This
Yeah.
is not the best. Okay.
Okay. Is there any game we shall check before going? Maybe this game. So rook d1 was played. No, wasn't played. My fault. My bad.
Maybe it was under 2000.
It was played under 1700, the third board.
Yeah.
After bishop d7 takes rook e5,
Rook a2. Bishop c6.
bishop c6, rook e1, queen e8. He didn't
Yeah.
play f5.
No, he played
Maybe he
queen
was scared
e8.
of queen e2.
Queen e8, e4 and e4 is under attack. 2 pawns under attack.
He didn't take. Why he didn't take on f4? He was scared of
I think
what happens? Knight rook d4.
he is sure he will capture for free, but too late to make.
Rook d8. I don't know about this one. Maybe rook d4. He's letting
Rook d4, he will
happen.
capture and capture e4.
Capture e4, right.
Yeah.
So has to capture,
I think black.
captures, and black has a nice
playing
advantage.
very comfortable.
Yes.
There's many weaknesses. E4, c3. The knight is
Yes.
completely bad.
Yes,
It's a
absolutely.
homeless knight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then
Well,
black is much better.
black is much better.
Yeah.
And I offered just to check our crazy game on under 2300. Let's see what happened here. Because
Yeah, this is the most interesting game.
queen e7, rook c7, knight d6, castle,
95 is on the 95, queen f8.
queen f8, always
then?
yes. f5,
Check.
and bishop h5, king
Okay,
d8, and
rook.
bishop g5. Okay, this is already what is happening. How many pieces for the queen? It's a rook and 2 pieces.
Now check. Rook c1, what you
but
do? You will give one piece.
you are giving away one more piece.
What is
He
this?
didn't even take it. Okay, 5. He doesn't want to take.
Unbelievable.
Why queen e5? But wait.
To stop e5.
Queen e5 also.
He
Yes.
doesn't want to allow anything.
Yes, it's like.
But you know, who's playing like this? It's very risky.
But
Why?
now takes and rook d1, no?
Okay, take.
Takes with the
And b5 again. b5. Queen.
6-3. Game over, huh?
Ah.
Looks like this game is not gonna last very long.
I think it's a very hard punishment
For
to
the-
choose queen c5 or queen d6.
Yes, yes. For queen d6, this was, yeah. Very nicely played, by the way. Let's just show how white played here knight b5, because it's
very good home
it
preparation.
was played very fast and very confidently. After knight e4 here,
Knight b5.
knight b5. and
Unexpected move.
takes, and after this, white is just crushing the black. I mean, bishop h6. Black didn't have a time to breathe. Rook c1, bishop b7, bishop e2, queen e7, rook c7, knight d6, castle, and f5 is losing right away. Maybe f5 was
Maybe
the main
f6.
mistake.
Maybe only f6 if you want.
Maybe
But
f6.
this is the same one we enter. Check.
Check.
Rook
King-
b7.
King d8,
Rook b7.
rook b7, knight b7.
Queen f8.
Okay, but
This
here
is-
black can still play a little bit. But there, after f5, bishop g5, they are just losing the queen.
He can play, but the game will be decisive.
It will be, yeah. But there is some chances.
Yeah, of course, better chance.
Yeah,
If you compare what happened
it's
with
like
this
you never
one,
know. So
Yeah.
if black wants to do their idea, they have to do it with the f6. Otherwise, with the f5, they are just losing the queen and
But what I like in
Bishop
this
g5.
game, the home preparation, knight b5.
knight b5.
Very interesting move.
And he played very fast and he played very
Yeah.
confident.
I s-
So well played. This game was very interesting, we can say,
yeah.
right? Well, we're gonna have a result here, I believe, very soon. But for now, the game is still continuing, and I offer to go for a short break, and then we'll come
We'll
back.
be
soon.
back later.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and don't go anywhere. See you.
Bye bye.